Real combat. Real action. Carnage Media.
But with that being said, I think it is time, though, for everyone's favorite, the Wrestling Minute. And we're going to be talking about the SummerSlam. So, Kevin, where are we at? What we're doing? What's the lineup? How are we doing for these 2 days?
So it is upon us, sir. This Saturday, August the 2nd, is night 1. And then, of course, we have night 2. So it was, as if it wasn't enough to have 2 nights of WrestleMania, now we are getting 2 nights of SummerSlam. And what we are doing here, gang, is I'm going to go through the card. These fights not likely in order. I'm going to do my best to put them in the order I think they'll be in. And we're going to have Zach, what would you classify yourself? I would say maybe a casual fan at best, but how would you classify yourself?
I mean, that's how I'd probably say it. I'm a casual fan. I like to peek in and be like, oh, what's going on there? Oh, that's he just threw him through what? Oh, that's cool.
Perfect. So you're either going to prove or disprove a theory that I have, and I will expand on this in the SummerSlam preview. But I won't waste Zach's time. I won't make him sit here and listen to me rant about this thing for 20 minutes. And rant might be a strong word, but here we are. You're going to tell me one match at a time. Would you want to watch this live? And from there, you can expand as much as you want. So whether or not you know who these people are, so you can give your reasons as to why or why not you would watch. And then I'm going to keep a little tally over here. And we're trying to determine, is SummerSlam worth 2 nights? Does this need to be a 2-night show, or is this, to put all the cards on the table? My current thesis is that the TKO merger and some of that corporate stuff may have some side effects, okay? To where selling 2 tickets at these incredible prices that most fans certainly can't afford. Maybe is that really what's best for the product, or is this just a strictly business decision? So that's where Zach is going to help me as somebody that doesn't regularly watch the product. Those people TKO doesn't have to care about, right? Like, they're going to get your 12 hours of attention no matter what. So they want Zach here, right? They want him to go get Peacock to watch this. So we're going to find out if this is worth $8. That's all. That's a month of Peacock is $8, dude. So come on, dude. Don't be too harsh on us here, Zach. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
First match, Saturday night. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross has been beating Sami Zayn up with a bat lately.
Who?
Yeah, okay, there you go. So, fair enough. For the Marks love this one. Karrion Kross is internet famous now. He's definitely an industry plant being disguised as an indie. It's, what do they call it? AstroTurf?
Sure.
Yeah, like it's a fake grassroots movement.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
yeah.
He's definitely a company guy that they've dressed up to be this anti-authority guy, and he cut some post-WrestleMania promo about tell the guy in the back to go fuck himself. And it's like, that the same guy who's been pushing you down everyone's throat for the last 3 years? Okay, yeah. Well, maybe not 3 years. In the NXT years. Anyway, people love Sami Zayn. The internet loves Karrion Kross. So the Marks, like me, are interested enough, I guess, in that one, but I don't blame you for not knowing who those guys are. The next one, you may recognize some names: Randy Orton and country music star Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul, current lawsuit defendant.
Did Jelly Roll just sit on him?
And Drew McIntyre in a tag team match. Can he? Maybe, yeah. To Jelly Roll's credit, he's putting more effort into this than Travis Scott did. So, We haven't talked about that yet. Travis Scott got fired from the WWE, and his agent is like the chief of the board over there. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, when you punch somebody like that,
I can't believe it didn't work. Who could have seen that coming based on his one performance?
Oh, shoot.
Drew McIntyre, who's in this match, in a little bit of kayfabe, actually said on Logan Paul's podcast that Travis Scott ruined WrestleMania. So,
wait, Logan said that?
No, Drew McIntyre said that, which means potentially that WWE creative doesn't care that he's saying that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just saying. Like, he didn't get in trouble for saying it, to my knowledge. He's fighting in SummerSlam in 3 days.
Good.
So they are full on. Gloves are off. They're still using his song for Raw, though.
Well, that's probably because they bought it and now they've got to use it. Otherwise, it's a waste of money. That's why they're doing 2 shows. Dang it.
Man, how you get fired on your day off, too, man? That's crazy.
How old is Randy Orton, by the way?
He's like Ra's al Ghul, dude. He's got some fountain in his basement where
I'm
he
not
just
against
like.
it. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like Randy's been around since freaking
Early 2000s. It's been 20 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he can't in wrestling, but still, that's a. I mean, heck yeah. You guys still got Ric Flair out there still wooing.
Well, he's not quite there yet. I think Randy probably has a good 2 years left in him. He doesn't wrestle. I don't want to say he doesn't wrestle a full-time schedule, but when you're a guy like that, and he's still in good shape, like when you see him, he still has a six-pack or whatever. He still can't do everything, but his moves were mainly kicks and punches and then an RKO. He was never an off the top rope guy. He was always has
so he's why can't I think of his name? Cold
Stone Cold. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Jeez, OP.
Very, very similar. Like one of his signature moves is he punts a guy in the temple when he's laying down. He just kicks you in the head. So his offense is sort of built for being older. Like he can kind of get away with it. And they love his song, and he's a legend. So 2 to 3 weeks out of the month, he can just go out there for 2 minutes and cut a promo, and the fans are happy because they got to see Randy Orton. And then he just wrestles at a pay-per-view, and he's good enough at the promos where he can keep you interested. So, unless, of course, for my humble opinion, you tag him with a country music star and have him fight Logan Paul, in which case I could give a shit. This will be the one. I know this is not the exercise, but just so you know, this is my bathroom break episode. This is the one where if I still haven't ordered the pizza yet, this is the match where I will go order that damn pizza because I could not care less about Logan Paul. I feel bad for Drew McIntyre for having to be in this stupid match. But this isn't about me. It's about you, Zach. How do you feel about Jelly Roll and Randy Orton and Logan Paul?
I like Randy. I mean, Logan, I could care less about. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's where you lost me was when you mentioned his name. But I mean, I like to see Randy. I mean, okay, you bring a star in, whatever. I mean, no offense, but like, what is Jelly Roll gonna do? Like, I feel like he's gonna be more of like the sideline guy that gets to play patty cake with Logan Paul on the side while Randy and McIntyre actually wrestle.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be the hot tag situation. And that's what's weird because, like you said, Randy's kind of old. He's good at the job. So I'm not saying he can't sell, but do you really want your legend, your 20-year veteran to be the one out there? Because general logic would say a guy like Jelly Roll probably hasn't done a ton of work. He's going to be the hot tag, right? Like, so Randy's going to get beat up for 10 minutes.
Yep.
He's going to tag Jelly Roll in, which how great does that make one of your all-time legends look that he hot tags in the fucking obese musician to come in? And that's always my issue with it is it doesn't benefit the business to have people with full-time jobs come in and do the job as well as you can. Like even the matches that went well, like oh man, Bad Bunny can do a Mexican destroyer or a Canadian destroyer, depending on where you're from. Okay, great. Should he do it though? Because that's a finisher for a lot of guys who do this for a living. So maybe we shouldn't have guys who make beats for a living come in and do it in their first fucking match ever. Maybe don't do that. Like it's.
So you're not gonna like it if Jelly Roll jumps off the top rope, son?
The ring isn't gonna like. I'm sorry. That's very rude, Kevin. Stop it. Stop it. That's inconsiderate. The dude has lost a lot of weight, and I'm being very rude to him.
If he does go off the top ropes, it better be on Logan Paul. That's all I gotta say.
It better be a 5-star frog splash. I expect his finisher to be a choke slam. That or like a fucking punch or something. You know, where they're like, oh, it's a. Don't get me started about. You know, you gotta love a good Superman punch as a finisher. Other than that, keep the punches out of wrestling. All right. We're all suspending our disbelief on that front. Don't use it as a finisher. All right. It's not give me the choke slam for Jelly Roll, but no, I'll be missing that one. Speaking of the Superman punch, we've got Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Frequent user of a Superman punch, and main event Jey Uso, the guy who's got everybody yeeting. You know, WWE stole the yeet copyright. I don't know. They might have bought it. They might have bought it legally, but they definitely bullied someone out of it.
Probably.
Versus Braun and Braun. Braun Breaker, the son of Scott Steiner. All right.
Okay.
A name you might be familiar with, Zach. So Scott Steiner's son, easy for me to say, and Bronson Reed, who have Paul Heyman in their corner, and Seth Rollins is allegedly injured, but he has the Money in the Bank contract, so maybe he'll come into play later in the night.
Wait, who's hurt again?
Seth Rollins.
Seth is?
Yeah.
Doesn't he get hurt all the time?
He kind of does. He's kind of got bad knees. But
well, you know, I mean, I liked watching him back in like what? The late teens of the 2000s.
Were you a Shield guy? Were you watching during the Shield?
I was a little bit.
Let's go. Okay.
I remember him back then. So I don't hate the guy. I mean, I feel like he's good. I feel like he's kind of doing the same thing he always does though right now. But now that he's always getting hurt, I'm like, well, crap, he's gonna get hurt during this match.
Oh, he's not in the match. I just wanted to mention it because he's the leader of their group.
So he's gonna be there with talking.
He
with
might.
Paul.
Oh, so here's the thing. With Seth. He got injured at Saturday night's main event, but some of the dirt sheets have said that he already knew he was injured and it was more of a minor injury, and so they worked it into the storyline so that way they could
give him some time to heal.
So they could say he'd be out for 9 months and then have him show up as a surprise because he's got the Money in the Bank briefcase. So he could come in at any point in time and essentially steal the world title. And it just so happens that his biggest rival, CM Punk, is fighting in the main event on Saturday night for the title. And SummerSlam, also known, even though this would be incredibly short term, SummerSlam's known as like a big return show. You know, like a few years back when Brock Lesnar came back and he comes back at SummerSlam, that kind of stuff. Like that's usually that's one of SummerSlam's little staples. That or the Royal Rumble. Those are the two shows where you're like, okay, I'm expecting someone to surprise me here.
Out of nowhere.
It's become a trope at this point. So there's that part too where it's like, well, that would be a big surprise. But this is just essentially Seth Rollins' little cronies, and Paul Heyman turned on Roman Reigns,
right?
And he's with Seth Rollins, and so it's Roman Reigns and his cousin, former Bloodline member Jey Uso, taking on Seth Rollins' flunkies. So how's that do it for you? You want to watch the Shield fight? The other Shield guys.
Honestly, if you want,
they are awesome.
I'm more interested to see what Paul's gonna say because he does entertain me. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a just a talker, that man entertains the crap out of me.
Oh
so that really pulls me. Yeah. Plus, I like his little. He went on a nice little tour there for a while on all these little talk shows, really saying some outrageous stuff on there. So I was like, dang. Like,
Oh yeah, his interviews, his shoot interviews as they call them when they break kayfabe, are very entertaining. And the fun part about it is he never turns the shtick off, so you never know if any of these stories are really true. Because that's the thing about Paul Heyman, is he is a notorious liar. Ask anyone who worked at ECW. Like he unfortunately made a lot of people who worked for him poor because he was that good of a liar. So he's great. So you never know when it's being embellished and when it's not, but it always makes for a great story. And yeah, he makes this interesting. It feels kind of like just a names match like this. Like, and Braun Breaker is great. I love seeing him get more time and get a bigger push, as I grew up as a huge fan of the Steiner brothers back in my day. So his dad and uncle were two of my favorite wrestlers. So I would watch this one, but it's this one kind of gives me we just need to fill a card vibe.
gotcha.
You're like, oh yeah, these guys, these are big names. Like this feels like playing with your action figures on your bedroom floor kind of matchmaking. All right. Also known sometimes as AEW booking. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat again. Women's Tag Team Championship, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Does this do it for you?
No, I don't even care that there's a Flair in there or not. It does not do it for me. It just doesn't. I'm sorry, but no offense to the women's, they're just, to me, they're not as entertaining as the men. They to me, they just aren't. Not saying they're not good wrestlers, not saying they can't do their job very, very well. It's just what I like the guys more.
Well, that's fair. And I will give you this. I will say that the roster is deeper on
That's
the
probably
men's
why.
side. Like there are, for my money, there are a few women on the roster that you're like, yeah, they can have about as good of a match as the men. But yeah, I mean, you're not alone in that sentiment, I will say, which tells me that this next match will be over with quickly as well. WWE Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton, the champion, defending against Jade Cargill.
Okay. Again, I mean, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that would be to me, that would be a nice one where I'd have in the background, glance at it every once in a while, like, oh, that was a nice move. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of that match where it's like, hey, Kev, let me catch up with you real quick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's one.
Peek over every once in a while. That doesn't do it for me, but still check it out. If it was on TV, I'd still look.
Yeah, that one's not selling you on the $8 ticket, but you might watch it. That one, I'll be interested in. We'll see. That one could go a lot of ways, to be honest. But
yeah.
The main event, I think, is just big enough to keep you like, we all know what's going to happen, but because CM Punk is the challenger, you've always got that in the back of your head.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this guy's been gone for 10 years. They probably paid him a lot of money to come here. It's SummerSlam. It's the main event. Like, they could have Gunther beat him at Raw in 2 days. Like maybe CM Punk will win, just enough for you to convince yourself that the old man's going to win when he's not. Goldberg fans might have done this just a few weeks ago. I don't know. But so Gunther, the champion, defending against CM Punk, while again, the injured Seth Rollins looms in the shadows with his Money in the Bank briefcase. So
he's gonna walk out at least just to taunt them a little bit with that suitcase. He's gonna look at what I got. Either before or after. I feel like he's gonna taunt it. He's gonna taunt it, but I want to see CM Punk go down. I just like seeing him get beat. Sorry, I just do. He's one of those guys I like to hate.
Most UFC fans do. I don't blame you. I agree. I think that Seth and his boys, well, Seth personally, one of his whole goals is to make sure that hypocrite CM Punk never gets the WWE title. So I do think they will make that a priority to mess his day up. So that is Saturday. So that's day one.
Okay.
We're not doing great as far as getting Zach to want to spend money to watch this. That would be my vibe, right? You're kind of 50-50?
Yeah. I'm coming over to your place right now.
Okay, there we go. All right. So we've got, we'll try to go through this one a little more quickly for you, but we've got Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch taking on Lyra Valkyria. Nope. Fair. That one I'll save my commentary on that one for when I go solo. On speaking of solo, cage match for the United States Championship, Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. How do you feel about a cage match?
I mean, I like a cage match. I want to see what they do. I hope there's a lot of, I mean, in a cage match, I guess, I'm trying to think. I mean, you're not doing too much outside the ring, so I guess it all is going to be contained. So I kind of like that. You're not going to have those too big of delays, you know what I mean, on the outskirts of them getting thrown out and then having to drag himself up. But I like cage matches. That intrigues me.
I think we'll see a big moonsault off the top of the cage, and that will be fun. But yeah, I think a cage match is good. Like, this is one of the things where you don't see it every day. I think this could be a draw for folks who are like, okay, yeah, I see this. I think as far as the weekly watchers go, a storyline that could have been better, but hey, they're putting it in the cage, so that'll make up for it. This one should be a little bit of fun. Intercontinental Men's Championship, Dominic Mysterio, the champion, son of Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
Taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Okay, that one
DNA, but you might know that name.
Yes, that one sounds interesting. That one piques my interest. I'll be honest, it does. Just the names in general do, because that would be a good matchup. Just because I like them, so that would be something that I would want to tune in and watch.
Same. I think this one will be fun. I'm hoping that Dom wins via pretending AJ hits him with the chair, because his whole thing, the whole month, Dom has been faking being injured, and he's had like this doctor's note that says he's not able to compete, but then he'll go out when any of his faction mates have a match and he'll like interfere with their matches, but then he's always got this paper handy saying, I can't fight you, AJ. So I think it would be perfect if he wins via disqualification. You know how Eddie Guerrero used to do that thing where he'd smack the ring with the chair and then toss it to his opponent, and then the ref would turn around and be like, you're disqualified. I think that is how Dominic should win his title match at SummerSlam. I think the crowd will go nuts for that. And then it gives AJ a reason to get even more pissed. He's been waiting a month to get his hands on Dom. They've been having AJ show up like he's been pretending to work in the arena so he can try to get close to him. And like, so I just think it would add it up. So then one of your lesser pay-per-views, for lack of a better term, now you have a marquee match for that. You're like, oh, I can't wait to see AJ get his hands on this guy. But you also get the homage. Like, what Dom is doing is essentially a complete homage to Eddie Guerrero anyway, with the whole Dirty Dom persona he's doing, and having different relationships. It really invokes like Eddie and China and that kind of stuff. And so it's just like, I feel like it's the perfect way to keep that story going. And AJ is a big guy like for the Intercontinental title, and it just keeps the belt on Dom for another month. And so I don't know. That's my little bit of Mark booking there. Women's World Championship, the champion Naomi, who used her Money in the Bank case to steal it from Io Sky in her match against Rhea Ripley. So it's a three-way. Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. So the fans love this one, but how do you feel about it?
They're all wrestling?
Three-way, first to pinfall wins. So the champion can lose the belt without being involved in the finish.
Oh. Interesting. But not as much as the last one. Sorry. The last one has got me written all over it.
That's okay, because I think this main event, this final match, will bring you back Cody Rhodes taking on the never seen 17, the greatest of all time, Mr. John Cena, for the WWE Championship in a street fight. So how do you feel about that as well? Main event, no rules, so people are
No
definitely going to
rules. Then
interfere.
how's he gonna see him?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Will Cody have a chance to hit John with the belt and just be too pure of heart again? Is that what's
just so we're not good? The Rock's not going to show up, is he?
I hope not, dude.
Because that would ruin this. It would ruin to me. It would ruin the main event. I'm hoping they keep him out. His heart's not in it anymore. It's not. His heart's been sold to Hollywood. Stay in Hollywood. That's what I have to say to The Rock right now. But back to this actual matchup. Yeah, I want to see it. We're in John Cena's farewell tour. I want to see it.
Yeah, he's only got about 5 months left, maybe 4, actually. We're at the end of July here. So, yeah, I think John probably loses this one to Cody. I think, generally speaking, Cody is the guy right now, and it makes the most sense. He lost it to John, and John cheated him and all that stuff. So I think it makes the most sense for him to win it, and then that gives John Cena enough time to go back to being a good guy for his last few events, and so he don't have to pretend he hates the crowd, and he can finally, give them the love that he wants to give them, and be cheered and do all the high energy stuff that I'm sure he wants to do. So I think that's how it goes. I agree with you. I hope The Rock stays far, far away. They just got rid of Travis Scott, which not necessarily a Rock problem, but at this point, The Rock never came back. When it was WrestleMania and it was just Travis Scott, that was such a disappointment. But both those guys have been gone from this whole thing. Cena has, done his best with it. He's made it his own thing at this point. The Rock absolutely may have tried to come back. Like, it seems like the exact thing he would do. And be like, oh yeah, now get me involved again now. When it's convenient for me and might let the air out of the bag for somebody else. Yeah, that's perfect. But I agree with you. Keep him away from it. Get the belt back on Cody. And I wonder, some people are guessing that it'll be a double switch where Cody in Retribution kind of goes bad guy, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think maybe that's where we do see The Rock. Is something's got to give John the opportunity to go back to being a good guy. So that's where I'm not sold that we won't see The Rock, especially because he and John have a storied rivalry, and The Rock is a member of the board, so he still needs to make money off this. So I could see him coming back so that John could kick him in the nuts or something and give him a one last attitude adjustment, and then way John can go back to being a good guy and turn on the guy who he sold his soul to. Because otherwise, you got to do like the double turn, like Brett and Stone Cold back in the day, where it's like the good guy turns bad and the bad guy turns good. And I don't know if they want to do that with Cody yet. He's still selling a lot of merch. So,
don't want to ruin that up, because I feel like these 2 days they're just trying to bring all that money indie, because they're trying to make up all the money they spent buying everything.
Yeah, that's probably got a lot to do with it too. So there it is, brother. What do you think? Are you going to throw down $8 for Peacock with ads to watch this bad boy?
Yeah, I probably would. I mean, I'd probably throw $8 down. I don't know if it's because of that or because if I'm not trying to rain your parade here, but Notre Dame football starts the end of this month though too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I never rain on my parade. Don't remind me about that, about those 2 football teams that are going to break my heart here in about a month. God bless it.
I'll leave that for your on Bite Side Sports NFL podcast. I won't get into that for you on that one. But on Notre Dame, I will always jab at you for, though.
Well, I appreciate you, brother.
You don't have a Notre Dame podcast, okay? So I can.
Yeah, that'll be your show. I'll just produce it. You can talk, and I'll be the pessimist guy that talks like 10 minutes of the whole show. It'll be perfect. Yeah,
we're never winning.
Thing going on.
We're never winning again.
Yeah, exactly. I can be a shelter in the storm for all those fans who are just never happy. I can be like, oh, hey, one of us. God, they suck, dude. They suck every time. Well, there you have it, folks. That was the Wrestling Minute SummerSlam this weekend. I will be watching, but I already pay for Peacock, so it is what it is.